What is going on, YouTube? This is DJ Fog Forest, and we are here at 2015. Yes, we are a couple weeks in to 2015, but I do know a lot of YouTubers that I follow have still been doing reviews for 2014. So I figured, I think I can still do this video. I try to make it into my schedule, but I couldn't quite do it. So here it is. I'm finally able to do it. These are my top 5 favorite albums of 2014. There were a couple great albums this year. And spoiler alert, I wanted to put 2 EPs on this because I just thought, because it was 2 of them by the same artist. And at first, I was going to put him in this list, but I totally remembered something different. So I'll put him in the honorable mentions. But kind of a little bit of warning. This is a part 1 of series 3. If you're watching this in the future, parts 1 and 2 will be in the description. If you're watching this like the day where the next day this is uploaded, I'll probably have this maybe on Friday, the second part on Friday. I'm trying to do it, trying to make up for what I've lost for a week. But anyways, anyways, this will be part 1 of the video of the my top 5 albums. That really is all it says. So let's start off with number 5. Number 5 is by a band that I really, really like. I actually found them out on my birthday. I was just hanging out with some friends, just walking around with each other, just hanging out, driving places, blah blah blah. And then I was hearing music. It wasn't from my iPod actually. It was coming from a store. I walk in and I'm like, huh, I like this. And they're even playing the music video for this track too. So I'm like, huh, who is this? What the hell? Why does he look? Is that a female? And so I asked the person behind the counter, hey, what is that? Who is that? And I even asked, is that a girl? Are they girls in that video? Doesn't sound girl at all. And he says, nope, they're actually from Japan. And I'm like, what? What? I was speechless. I had to know who were these guys. Who were they? And then I found what their name, the band or their name is. Dir in Grey. I looked up their tracks. Immediately fell in love with them. I even have Dimsporo downloaded onto my iPod, the full album. So when they said they were going to be releasing a new album, I was totally excited for it. I was ready for a new album by Dir in Grey, one of my favorite Japanese metal bands. And this is kind of personally for me, I love Japanese culture and Japanese styles. Kimonos are beautiful. Koi fish are beautiful. I even have a couple yin yang necklaces around my house somewhere. And I just like the culture of Japan. So when I found out another Japanese band that I'd never even heard of and they're popular, even I was surprised. So when I heard they were coming out with a new album, I was excited for it. I was really looking forward to it. It came out. It took me a while to listen to all the tracks, and I really liked it. If you guys want, please put in the comments. Should I do a review of that album? It's It's Arch. The album is called Arch, and this is an album that I kind of consider a album artwork album. And what I mean by that is you can look at the album artwork and the most, if not all, the songs fit into the album almost perfectly. And once you look at the album artwork uh, for this album and listen to the tracks, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. It's not like Death Screamo and what Cairo is used for, but uh, he's Duran Gray is known as like a death metal. Cairo is one of the best, if I'm pronouncing that right. If I am, I'm sorry. He is one of the best vocalists I've ever heard, right next to Corey Taylor. Uh, he might as well be the Corey Taylor of Japan. And this album had almost no screams whatsoever, no screamo, and not heavy metal like you saw in Saku or Merciless Cult, or even in Lotus. It wasn't even like that. It was just the album was about pain, and honestly, you don't even have to know what Cairo is saying because they are Japanese. You don't even know what you don't even know what he is saying to feel the pain in this album. Like I said, it's not their best album, but this is definitely not an album you should miss. It's still a great album, and if you like Duran Gray, I would suggest you go look up this album and listen to the tracks for yourself. I'm not forcing anyone. This is just me. I love Duran Gray, and I can't wait for more of their stuff. Now let's move on to number 4. This is another band that I was surprised they're, actually, no, not really surprised. Because they were going all over on Facebook and Twitter saying, oh, we're going to be releasing a new album soon. And I'm like, okay then. And I didn't really find out what the date was until like a day or two after it released. I listened to the album, and I had very mixed emotions in it. And if you wanted me to do a review on this one as well, please give a comment down in the description. Down in the comments, please give me a comment. I would love to review this album. It's just that I want to see if you guys want me to review this album. So, when I listen to it, I will say this right now, I have mixed feelings about it. I don't know if it's their best one, or like a third best from them. I don't know. I don't know for these guys. I love the Birthday Massacre. And when they were releasing their new album, my bad. That's like Sub something. I'm gonna say Subsonic, but I know that's an old band from Code Lyoko. Superstition, my bad. Superstition. When I heard they're coming out with this album, I wasn't sure what to expect. Because I was a fan around Pins and Needles. So, when they released Hide and Seek, I was skeptic for that too. But that turns out to be one of my favorite albums. So, when Superstition comes out, I listened to it, and it didn't take me till a second time listening to it that I was like, oh man, I'm so mixed feelings for this. I don't know if I like it or not. Or, I don't know if it's their best one ever. So, I'm just going to say this for my number 4th place. Birthday Massacre is one of my favorite bands of all time. They have beautiful... Their vocalist is beautiful. Chibi is one of my favorite vocalists, male or female. Owen makes beautiful electronic music, and he's the keyboardist or guitarist. And Rainbow, yes, his name is Rainbow. is a very good guitarist as well. And everyone else is a fantastic member of the band. So, for my words is, if you like the Birthday Massacre, you're gonna like that album. If you want to listen to if you're trying to get into them, I'd say look up this album. Uh, and that's actually just look up their album. This album where Hide and Seek, Walking with Strangers, Pins and Needles. Look up those albums to get into the Birthday Massacre. I got into them because of Two Hearts, and that's probably my favorite song by them. But I'm not going to get into more detail of that. I'm just saying it's a very mixed album to me, but it still holds what the Birthday Massacre is. Beautiful, synthesized, waved, dark waved rock music from Canada too. And they will be forever one of my favorite bands of all time. And so that's pretty much the part 1 of this video. Part 2 will be coming up probably on Friday. I hope I can do it by Friday, but let's just see how it goes. So anyways, YouTube, this is DJ Fog Forest saying thank you for listening to this video, and I hope to see you again real soon.